The second question is how to do well at an assessment centre. So I thought I'd run through, firstly, the assessment centre that we had to get onto the VAC scheme. So it included a written exercise, a repeat of the Watson Glaser test that you already sat to apply when I did it, and a group exercise where you sort of go through a scenario and present back. And then there was an interview with some sort of combination of a lawyer, maybe someone from HR, maybe 2 lawyers, and the day goes quite quick, actually, even though it's quite a long day.
Yeah, and so just following on from what Iman said in terms of then the assessments you have on your training contract, on your vacation scheme to get a training contract. Again, there's group exercises, written exercises, but one of the key points is the interview with two partners at the end. And that's got quite a different focus to the vacation scheme interview, which is kind of competency based and about you and the firm. It's really reflective on what you've done on the scheme. So I would just say that although in one sense you can't necessarily prepare for that formally like other interviews, it means that you can make it a lot more personalized. And so as you go along on the scheme, it's important to reflect so that you're kind of ready and prepared for that interview.
Yeah, definitely. And in terms of the assessment day, I'd say it's really important to try and stay focused throughout the day. So if you feel that a part of the day hasn't gone as planned, then try and just sort of move past that and move on to the next thing, because you can still do well in the assessment day overall, even if not every single part of the assessment day has gone perfectly.
Yeah, totally. And I think following on from that, it's important to also remember that, you're not expected to have much or any technical knowledge at this stage, and just not to be put off by people who seem to have that or who have years of paralegaling experience or something. If there are things you don't understand in one of the exercises, it doesn't matter. It's more about kind of the overall impression you're making and, your general attitude, how you work in team, that sort of thing that counts for more. Yeah.
Yeah. The tip I would have just is if you're worried about the interview, don't be. If you find yourself in front of two partners, don't worry. There's a very open culture at Osborne Clarke. It's non-hierarchical, and don't be afraid to really be yourself in interview with partners and talk about your interests. That they'll be very interested in that, and they'll be very keen to have someone who's able to talk about that confidently.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a final tip from me, don't be afraid of being nervous. Everyone there is going to be nervous. So, my best bit of advice is, try and channel that nervous energy into really being sort of coming across as being really happy to be there and just trying to enjoy the whole day. They are, if you really buy into it, they can be quite fun days. It's a great opportunity to meet new people. So yeah, just try and enjoy it.